Good morning, everyone. Janie here. Welcome back to another amazing, incredible day in Michigan with Proven Winners. Can you all guess where I am today? Do you recognize this place? Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I'm here. I am at 4-Star Display Gardens. This is the home of Proven Winners annuals. I should say the home of Supertunias, Superbenas, Superbells, just all the best, all the best. I love these plants. I love these plants so much. And I am such a lucky girl because I get to go on a guided tour today with the staff here. Josh Miller is going to take us around. And then I also get to go with Mr. Gardeners. Mr. Gardeners has a fantastic YouTube channel. If you don't follow them, you should. They also have Instagram. Their photography is the best of the best. Like, you cannot do any better than what Mr. Gardeners do. So hopefully they'll have their video out soon. And then if you want to get in detail, like 10K version of what I'm showing you today, make sure you watch their video. I'm going to show you the version that I can do on my cell phone because that is what I'm filming on and that is what I know. So anyway, I am so excited about this place. I think I've been the most excited about coming here for this trip because this place means it just means the most to me. And that is because, I mean, I've told you all this before. I truly credit Supertunias for stoking my passion in gardening. And I mean, you have to succeed at something to have the motivation to keep going with it and to continue learning and to continue doing something, right? And if I didn't have the success that I did have with Supertunia Vista bubblegum that very first year that I planted anything and tried gardening out at all, if I didn't have as much success as I did with that plant, I don't think I would have continued with gardening. I think I would have probably been discouraged. And I think that, I don't know. I just think that it opened up such a fantastic whole new world for me. And I'm so excited. And I will forever be grateful to everybody at Proven Winners and of course everybody at 4-Star. And yeah, I know. I'm just going on and on about this, but this place, it really means something really special for me. And so this is a place that I have always wanted to come see. And I'm like shaking. I'm so excited to be here. So, like I said, we're going to go around for a garden tour and, hopefully I can show you all absolutely everything. And then I think we're going to go to the production facility tour. That might be a second video, maybe tomorrow. So just bear with me, but I will film everything. Okay, everyone, I want to introduce you to someone who is blowing my mind right now with all the information he's given me. This is Josh Miller with 4-Star Greenhouse, Product Development Manager.
Correct.
He just took us around the R&D section, and oh my goodness, there are some really cool stuff from Proven Winners coming out. So you guys got to stay tuned over the next couple of years. Now, Josh, you're going to take us
on a garden tour.
Yay!
Yeah.
And I have him mic'd up, you can see, and so he knows everything about everything of all these flowers, all these annuals, and it's so wonderful to hear all the things that you're
pleasure.
teaching us. So thank you.
Yep.
So how long have you worked here?
I've worked at 4-Star this is my 8th year.
Okay, and then before that you worked at a botanical garden?
Yep. I worked at a commercial gardening firm and a botanical garden.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And are you an obsessed gardener like all of us?
Well, it's really just a second nature at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, it's where I get all of my exercise.
Okay, same. Yeah.
Yep.
Good. Kindred spirit.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm so excited to start the tour.
Me too.
Look at this. Hey everyone, editing Janie. It is a couple days later. I am actually back at home in California. I got home late last night. My flight was delayed. I ended up coming home at 4 a.m., which is what explains this. But as I was editing this video, I had to hop on here and kind of clarify it a little bit because I don't think I did a very good job as I was filming. I think I was distracted by all the plants. Josh Miller, the gentleman that's walking us around, he is the product development manager for 4-Star Greenhouse. I think a better title for him would be the Indiana Jones of 4-Star Greenhouse, because actually what this gentleman does is he travels all around the world, from the tops of mountains in Japan, all over Europe, all over the United States, and then even more rural areas. He was telling us these incredible stories. But what he does is he travels all around to look for new, cool varieties of plants. So he finds all the neat plants, brings them back to 4-Star, where they trial and they test them and they perfect them and make sure that they're worthy of the Proven Winners name, and then eventually they'll get them out to us. So I don't think I did a good job explaining that, but this guy he knows his stuff. Basically, any question I threw at him, he was able to answer it, and he was able to give me a really interesting backstory on the plant, and it usually involved traveling to the top of a mountaintop or into the desert, or, something crazy like that. So anyway, I just had to come on here and I just had to clarify that a little bit, because I want you all to kind of think about that as you're watching this tour that he's giving us. Anyway, just had to say that. Back to 4-Star Greenhouse. Look at the hoopla.
Yeah, we chose hoopla for this location because it's very much an eye-catching plant, and we figured with this bridge being the focal point from the road, if we put hoopla on it, it would have that appeal, and we could test it. It's like, how far away can you distinguish that strong margin and that consistent hoop on there? Exactly.
Oh, it's beautiful, Josh.
Good. I'm glad you like it, and I was worried about the Ipomoea taking over sooner. I think eventually it probably will, but hoopla is tough, and in our trials it was one of the last petunia standing last year, and its landscape value is just as strong as its container value, because the branching and habit are such that you get vertical impact in the landscape bed.
What type of Ipomoea was in the basket, do you know?
That was Sweet Caroline Sweetheart Lime.
Okay. So they've made Supertunia Vista bubblegum with Supertunia Vista jazzberry. Ooh, this is pretty.
Right. So Unplugged Pink is one of our newest salvia, and it's got a lot of appeal for me because it's got the hummingbird attraction of a salvia, but it's also got a habit that works in a basket. So you can, if you're a garden center, you're like, I'm just going to do 10-inch Rockin' Pink and not sell hummingbird feeders anymore, and really push that wildlife support. Those are key messages.
Yeah. Surefire White.
And that is Pegasus.
Yeah,
oh,
so we have those in our garden right now.
Nice.
We planted those with what's the clover looking thing, the purple.
Oh, Oxalis?
Yes,
yeah.
And like a really cool shaded area that comes around.
I bet that looks hot in your I bet about this big maybe.
Not yet.
Not right now.
It's
like
okay.
But it's already
this big.
It's gonna get big.
We're excited. Those salvias, and first of all, we cut them back 3 to 4 times a year, and every single time they come up like this big.
Wow.
You
so
cut-
they perennialize for you.
You cut your salvias back?
Yeah.
All the way down. I mean, literally, they
Really?
look like twigs, and
like
every
2 to
single
3
time they
times,
flush
and they
straight
just
out.
come back.
Really?
with
I
a
never
bang.
cut mine back. I
Yeah.
just leave it in there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right.
Double Delight Apple Blossom Begonia. This is not available till 2024, everyone. So just don't expect to find this now.
Fragrant.
But, fragrant?
Yeah. Highly.
Oh my gosh. So I made the mistake and I planted these in the ground.
Okay.
I didn't realize they're beautiful in the ground.
Sure.
They're not as pretty as that, but they're absolutely beautiful in
Yeah.
the ground. This is
It's not the best bedding plant, but it can do it.
Yeah. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Pollinators actually like it too. Yeah. Cut flower gardens. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, I digress.
If you believe it or not, we actually looked at a grass 40% bigger than that.
Really? Please
Yeah.
do it. Please
No,
do
we
it.
can't. We already turned it down.
No, you don't need
Yeah.
it. You don't need
right.
I want it.
Josh, you don't need anything bigger than a
I know.
vertigo panacea.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So this is actually a hangar for a helicopter. So when this door opens, the whole thing flips up
Oh.
with the plants on it. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
You guys get to go for a ride.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know that I can get that done today, but it is pretty
No,
cool.
no, no, don't worry about that. That's
So
See, now that's just a faux door.
That's a
right?
faux door. It's a window.
Yeah.
so where does the helicopter go?
So the helicopter visits our contract liner growers
Okay.
on the other side of the state.
Okay.
Yep.
Just kind of going to check in on everything and
Yep.
making sure.
Help them out. Make sure that we're meeting all of our objectives and our specs and our timing.
Great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You guys travel in style.
Yeah.
I guess helicopter you would have to. I drove across the state and it took quite a while.
Well, and yeah, it amounts to, you know, the equipment you need to do the job.
Right.
Really.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be worse places to hang out, right?
So this is the helicopter landing.
This is the helipad, yeah. Yeah.
Love it. With proven winners
It
around
would
the
be
edge.
cool, right? Yeah.
Proven
Yeah.
winners all over. Oh my goodness.
The water without having to worry about alligators.
For
That's
sure. Especially water like that, right? Yeah, right.
Can we
Okay,
walk
well,
through here?
yeah.
Oh gosh. Ooh, look at the Gara. That's pretty.
So one of my favorite new novelties for 24 is double redstone super bells.
Beautiful.
It is a very refined pattern with a double flower, very consistent and rarely goes semi-double. So it's a eye-catching, high impulse, really tough, well-performing super bells.
Yeah, something you can depend on. Is this the Tangelo one?
This is Basket Tangiglow.
Tangiglow.
Tangiglow is the name.
Pretty. My favorite. Okay, you guys. Super Bean and Pink Cashmere 2024. I know I keep showing you 2024s, but that's what they have here in the display garden. This, put it on your list. Call your local garden center and tell them this fall, tell them that you want them to carry this next year. What Angelonia is this?
This is Wedgwood Blue.
We have that in Kent, the white. And oh, yeah, Persian shields over.
Oh my goodness.
It's in the proven accents.
We have
So many of those work for you guys, right? Like, because we've been trying true things, right?
the things that people like to read.
Yeah, for sure.
But up here,
Look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. So what would you say your favorite new 2024 introduction is? Would you say it's the Redstone?
Well, my personal favorite is going to be Safari Dusk.
Dusk.
Yes.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because it represents a lot of progress in that program,
Okay.
and is a truly modern genetic for the class that it came out of.
Okay.
It was a very difficult class to get to market,
Oh yeah?
and yes, and that plant is special in its own right
And why is that
because it
compared to Dawn?
large flower, mixes well, highly vigorous, and much more bulletproof in production.
Oh great.
So from the grower's standpoint,
Oh.
easier to work with.
That's the area that us as consumers don't really realize the importance of.
Right.
It's got to work in the production so it can get out to the garden centers.
Yes, we say no to a lot of really cool plants
Because of
they
that.
don't work in production.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Right,
It's so,
right.
like it's so much deeper the more you go into it.
Sure.
We were talking this whole thing's kind of like the How's It Made show where there's
Right.
so much underneath what we actually
For
see
sure.
and how much goes into it and how much time and effort and energy and money,
Yeah,
has to
absolutely.
go into bringing that white pot to the garden center.
Absolutely.
It's pretty neat.
It's got to be right.
It's got to be right. We all trust proven winners. We see that white can.
Yeah.
We reach for it, And
Yeah.
we all trust that it's going to work perfectly, but that's because you guys put this time and
Well,
energy into it.
Yep. The one thing I can say with a clear conscience and sleep well at night is we're doing the work. I promise you.
That's awesome.
We're doing the work.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. You bet.
So I got another question for you, Josh.
Sure.
You are in charge, or you're in charge of development, plant development, and you guys are the ones who bring out the really, really interesting plants to us.
For sure.
Which is the plant that you are most proud of in your history here with Proven Winners 4-star?
That's a pretty easy one for me.
Okay.
We have a very special line of Ipomoea, which are the common name is sweet potato vine, and we work with a very special breeder on that brings us very rare genetics. And one of our varieties, named Sweet Caroline Medusa Green, is one of the most truly unique plants in the ornamental market, much less Ipomoea.
Interesting.
So that one is truly special, and you can only get it with Proven Winners.
Right. Where'd it come from?
So the breeder is in North Carolina.
Okay.
Where they do a lot of outdoor testing, field testing of normal, what they call table stock Ipomoea. And there are breeding opportunities within that program to have fun ornamentals. And because they specialize and they work on this constantly, they have this special stuff.
How neat.
Yeah.
How neat. And Medusa, I'll put a picture of Medusa on the screen right now. I have not grown it, but I've seen some of the combinations you all have put it with. Yeah, it's
a green leaf plant, but it's pretty fun.
It's pretty cool. It's really exciting, and to hear from you that's some special sauce.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Cool.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
So I just talked about telling your garden center this fall that you want the 2024s, and Josh actually told me something different. Cultivate is next week. Tell us what Cultivate is.
So Cultivate is the preeminent industry trade show for ornamental floriculture, and that is because it's in the time of year, midsummer, when a lot of the growing operations are doing their planning. That is when they are shopping these varieties. So if you want your garden center to carry these brand new varieties for 2024, do not wait until October, November, December. Do not wait until January, February. Get in their ear in the next month or so.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So all of you heard that, especially those of you who live in areas that have a tough time. Walk into your garden center, ask to speak to the manager or the buyer, and they should, say, hey, I heard at Cultivate Proven Winners is coming out with these 2024s, this variety, this variety, this variety. Can you guys carry it next year?
They can book their orders right now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That I will be doing that when I get home.
Yeah.
So you all can see they have different hanging baskets with the different combinations. If you all are interested in looking for these combinations, they're on the Proven Winners website. So you can always go on the website and you can kind of search and you can see which ones are going to fit with the color scheme that you're looking for.
So the new ones, the new Ipomoea that just came out, they're on the baskets on the pavilion.
Okay.
Those are upside key lime.
Okay.
And they're
that's
so
the
those are
climbing one.
outstanding climbing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they're a grower's dream because they, the small pots that growers and garden centers have to deal with.
Yep.
They don't twine into each other like Thunbergia. You got to rip them apart. But once they grab a structure, they're gone. They're awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
So is that from the same breeder?
Yep.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, how neat.
Yep. Absolutely.
Really interesting.
Yeah, those trellises are locally made. I saw you guys.
Yeah. I like them. I like that.
Yeah.
Yep, his sale glued and stapled.
Gets the job done.
Yep. So this will be the new variety corridor. This is one of my favorite combos of the new variety corridor.
So what is this combination called?
I don't think it's not a production combo.
Oh, okay.
But I don't normally put contrasting colors. I'm going to put monos together.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah, right.
So.
Of this one vine, and they're like, "There's no way."
So here's a look at this one of the Selenias. This one is chocolate orange begonia, full to part sun, 8 to 12 inches tall, 8 to 12 inches wide.
This year we did.
This is beautiful.
We did the lemon appeal. They just come out with an improved
Selenia yellow.
We got that in the 2024. Yeah, the 2024.
Double Delight Apple Blossom. This is the one that we're talking about. It looks good in a pot, but it looks amazing in a basket. Amazing.
We have it. Yeah, we got this at home.
Oh my goodness, look at this combination. Oh, it's beautiful.
So, I mean, I get it. Most people up north, and they're just going to freeze out and die. And they can bring it into the
It's so easy up here.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Not an issue as much as it is for us.
It's got to be seed invasive for us.
This is
pretty much.
gorgeous.
There are things like trumpet vine.
Can you talk to us a little bit about the Vigor system you guys use?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. The Vigor system was originally developed for our grower customers to be able to more easily match varieties together for combos.
Okay.
So Proven Winners at the very beginning, extremely innovative on the production recipe end of things. A lot of industry breeders have gone to grouping combos now and selling them as such in kits to growers. And
like
that's
the kit you were above and beyond kit you were talking about.
Correct. And that's something that has really taken off. So, Proven Winners had a jump on that, and in that developed this Vigor system. So the idea is that the Vigor system goes from 1 to 4, and you can mix a Vigor 2 with a Vigor 3, a Vigor 2 with a Vigor 1, but you probably want to think about mixing a Vigor 2 with a Vigor 4.
Okay.
And think about mixing a Vigor 1 with a Vigor 3. You would almost never mix a Vigor 1 with a Vigor 4, probably ever. And there are very few Vigor 1 items. So
because the 4 would completely take over.
Yeah, it's not even, it's a non-starter.
Okay.
So, and over time, and as the brand has gotten out into the consumer space more, garden centers and consumers have adopted the Vigor ratings that were really developed on the wholesale side for the grower.
Right.
There is some translation, there's no doubt. But is it a pure translation to the landscape in the garden? There's too many variables in the garden.
Okay.
Too many variables. The greenhouse is a fixed environment.
Got it.
With fixed inputs and prescribed inputs. So, it can translate in that I don't want to put bubblegum with Blew My Mind.
Right.
Because one's a Vigor 2 and bubblegum's like set Vigor 4.
Above a 4.
Right.
Yeah.
So they can work to help consumers out, but not something that I would recommend, doing your entire planning with, your entire garden plan with.
So I have talked a little bit with everybody about the Vigor. As I was planting my plants, I would talk about the Vigor, and everybody was really interested in, can we get this on the plant tag? And so I think Josh just kind of explained to us why that it kind of won't work, which is really interesting because that's just kind of in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
I'm growing Supertunia persimmon, and I keep saying you guys need to name it a Vista, right?
It almost was a Vista.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
It's growing beautifully in California.
Yeah.
Maybe not as good. It's a little bit smaller, I've noticed here, but of course you guys are behind.
Vistas have scaffolding.
Oh,
they grow.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so close to a Vista.
Yep,
It's beautiful.
it is. Yep.
But that's pretty interesting about the Vigor system and why you guys chose not to put it, out to the public a lot. So just for all of you that have been asking about the Vigor system, I know I've been asking about it as well. That's really good info, insider's info.
We test these plants in all regions because a Proven Winner has to work everywhere, but they can look different in different areas because there are different variables.
So you can call something a 4, but maybe it wouldn't be true in another area.
Right.
Great.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You bet.
It's beautiful here still too. Our color contrasts were significantly different.
The intensity, the sun intensity.
I guess, the UV.
We've had the Canadian wildfires kind of blocking out the sun for the past.
Oh, yeah.
3 weeks. And I mean, you can read the newspaper, there's sunlight. But
Josh, can you say that again? So we're sitting here talking about all these beautiful Coleus they have, and we're looking at Coleus Color Blaze Golden Dreams. Joshua and Jose are talking about how much they love it, but what were you saying, Josh?
I was just saying, in all my work with Coleus throughout the years, in trial and evaluation and what we bring to market, Golden Dreams is special in that it is never flowered, so it never really prematurely crashes in the season from its reproductive obligations, right? it's not throwing any flower, much less seed, so it just keeps going and going and going, and it's very consistent.
You said this is the one that...
I have never seen a flower on it.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy, yep. So it is special.
That is pretty neat. Josh, can you show us over here? Is this like Supertunia
Yeah, that's our
mound
mini vista kind of feature there.
Mini vistas.
Yeah, so we color block the mini vistas because we've had a lot of introductions in the past couple of years. So wanted to kind of clarify it for folks. So it goes all the way around.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So now mini vistas are just as vigorous as a vista, but they're smaller and have more of a compact habit.
Yeah, really with mini vista, it's all in the name. It's the same performance as a vista, the same weatherproof flower, the same strong branching, and just in a smaller, more compact habit that is suitable for front of the border applications, small containers, container gardens that are larger. They keep their place.
Right.
They'll mix in smaller recipes, but their heat, humidity tolerance, and in-ground garden performance are exactly the same as Vista.
Amazing still.
Yeah.
This is pretty neat how you all have done this.
Thank
These
you.
color blocks. I'm gonna go walk around.
Thank you.
What is your favorite mini vista?
I would say among the mini vistas, I'd say the most special one in terms of performance is Mini Vista Yellow.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it will outlast most petunias, period.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we, in the second testing year, I went out after Halloween and this was still blooming.
And it was the first to go for me, like the first to burst
Oh,
into flower. Yeah.
I think it's just something tougher in that DNA.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Look at this combination.
And Midnight is special, just in terms of being able to have, usually petunias this dark do not have this kind of petal substance. They're not this weatherproof.
I've never seen Midnight in the ground, and this is...
You should film when these guys walk around.
Okay.
Because that's their favorite.
See their reaction?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Midnight in the ground?
Oh yeah, we have it.
You have it in the ground? Of course you do.
Nice.
We
Good.
The 3 bays I was telling you about, we did 2 with Midnight and the one
Isn't
with
this
Picasso.
incredible?
Oh, nice.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
You just have to live it.
Yeah.
It's creating that wonderful smell. It's
The Nemesia.
Oh, that's the A romance?
this
Yep.
right here. It
Yep.
smells like a minty.
It's like vanilla.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, and look, you got Medusa right next. That's
Yep.
Medusa?
Yep.
It smells phenomenal.
Right. So the
All over.
I can smell it from here,
the
honestly.
Nemesia with the whiskers.
Yeah.
That is that's a different hybrid. This is a straight fruitican species. So you get all the, you're a little taller, yeah. But so with the fruticans types, you get stronger fragrance.
Okay.
Do you think mulberry is more fragrant than pink?
Yes.
You do.
I think mulberry is like bubblegum, like Medusa. For me, I kind of put mulberry is a benchmark.
Mulberry special.
Just like bubblegum. Mulberry
Okay.
is a benchmark for all fruiticans on the market. You can't do this with fruiticans just
Right.
anywhere. They'll like melt.
Yeah.
So this thing is tough. Jazzberry is next year's plant of the year. And this year we have this feature with Truffula Pink being this year's plant of the year.
Oh, yeah.
These beds here are award winners. So those are all award-winning varieties that we decided to feature.
Okay.
These are like the classics in these uprights.
All right.
Okay.
These are beautiful. So Truffula Pink is Proven Winners 2023
Plant of the year.
Plant of the Year,
Yeah.
and Supertuna Jazzberry will be the 2024 one, which is
Correct.
well deserved.
Right.
Well deserved.
And this is new in pink cashmere.
Love pink cashmere. I always tell people that you guys need to come out with a Superbina Vista, and whiteout and pink cashmere could be on there.
Vista Bina.
Vista Vina, there you go. I like that.
Yes, and we were calling pink cashmere Vista Bina.
It is a Vistabina,
Yeah.
and whiteout is a Vistabina.
Yeah.
It's those two. I haven't tried the new blue one.
Cobalt.
No, I want to say it was like Imperial something.
It was renamed Cobalt.
It was?
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, I hear that's a Vistabina.
it is smaller flower.
Oh,
but
okay.
Same vigor and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
How funny.
I'd say Violet Ice would also fall into that category.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It could, violet ice and stormburst and whiteout are all related.
Oh, they are. Violet ice, stormburst, and whiteout.
Yep.
Interesting. Is this sparkling rosé?
This is, yes.
Oh, that looks good with the Surefire rose.
The plant facility.
So Janie, right here, yeah, no doubt. Real quick, just want to. So, if you guys take a peek at those floors out there, so we do what they call sub-irrigate. You irrigate from the bottom. So this whole that white area over there is our reservoir for the water. So it goes through all these conditioners, acid injectors, and it gets recirculated through this system.
So the water comes up from the ground.
Yep.
And the plants are sitting on the ground.
Yep. That way there's no unnecessary water on the leaf surface to create disease issues.
Okay, so you guys are doing bottom watering, and then the water comes out and it gets stored in here.
It recirculates through here.
Okay.
It gets tested, gets treated, corrected, and then goes back out.
And does it again. So that is probably the most efficient way to water,
It's certainly the most efficient way to water and have fewer losses.
Got it.
Right?
Got it.
It's automatic. There's no the plants aren't going to bed wet.
Right.
You don't want to send a plant to bed wet and you're not hand watering.
Right. Right. Oh, super cool. So are these the holes the water comes
Correct.
up?
Yep.
Oh, interesting. And then this whole place gets flooded. Normally it's filled with plants.
Yep, correct. So in the peak season, and the membrane keeps them in zones.
Oh.
So you can have different watering zones.
Oh, interesting.
And control them individually. Yeah.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
So Andrew's applying biological controls right now.
Okay.
So he's probably spraying what I would assume are either mites or wasps onto those crops to control aphids,
They
rips.
showed us some containers of them at Walter's Gardens.
Oh yeah.
They were getting ready to apply some in the greenhouse, so it's pretty cool.
It is cool.
If you have children.
So what this gentleman was just doing was applying biological controls for anything. So for any type of pest or bug, and that's something that Proven Winners has been really focusing on. Instead of using chemicals, using biologicals, whether nematodes or mites. It's very specific. There's one specific biological control that's going to fix one thing or deal with one thing, but it's it's all natural. They're following the IPM method, integrated pest management. That means the least toxic first, and then as needed you can increase the toxicity, but the least toxic thing first to deal with the problem would be the biological control. What are you applying?
Californicus, Persimilis, and Swirsky mites.
Okay. And
Biocontrol agents, yeah.
what is it attacking?
Main threat this time of year in this crop is spider mites, so that's for the Persimilis and the Californicus mites.
Cool.
Swirsky kind of go after just about everything else, so some thrip control is kind of built into it, but mainly spider mite is the big thing this time of year.
Okay. Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Clematis.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. It just goes on and on and on.
Finally learned we have a diamond ball clematis.
All right, everyone. I am about to head to my Airbnb after my fantastic day at 4-Star Greenhouse. This place is fantastic. I hope you all know this is open to the public. If you are anywhere near, I think we are in Carlton, Michigan. I think that's the name of the town that it's in. You are welcome to come here and see these amazing flowers that they have. And there actually will be someone that you can ask questions and, can take you around and to answer, tell you about a story about a flower here or a flower there. It was funny. I was talking to Josh, the guy that was taking us around, and he was telling me a story about lovey-dovey, which I'm growing in my backyard right now. And he was saying that he's actually the guy that flies around the country looking for new breeds, new flowers that they can try out and they can breed back here. He told me that he went to the top of a mountain in Japan where it was very, very cold at night, very hot during the day, and very, very humid. So really, really difficult conditions. And they were growing a whole bunch of petunias, and the only one that was left was lovey-dovey, Supertunia lovey-dovey, which is the coolest story. I just think, you know, when he said that, of course he said it in, you know, a little bit of a different way, a little bit more interesting, but when he said that, it was like, what? That is the coolest thing. Lovey-dovey was growing on the top of a mountain of Japan. So anyway, my point for saying that is that there are so many interesting stories behind these plants and why they were picked and why they were bred, you know, and they start with like 5,000 plants and they end up with one lovey-dovey, which I think is the neatest thing. So I hope you all enjoyed this as much as me. If you have a chance, come out here. You know, they need to have like a proven winners like trip where you can go to all these proven winner sites on one trip if you come out here for vacation, because this has been the most fun vacation, and I wish Jason was with me because he would love it too. Anyway, I am rambling. I have to go edit because I'm behind in editing. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.